And speaking of actually construction, there is going to be a big construction project this summer, and it's not the parking structure quite yet. But this has kind of been in the peripheral, and people have been talking about it, but we are kind of working towards it and ready to go for our big construction project this summer, which is, aside from the water treatment plant, is our new fiber infrastructure. And what can people expect for this construction process?
So we have a name for it.
Yes,
first
we do have
of
a
all,
name for
which
it.
is Fiber 9600.
Yes.
We saw some of the marketing in the last, which was beautiful, Haley.
It'll be fun. It'll be really fun.
So people will start, the marketing plan will start rolling out as we begin this huge project, which is fiber running all throughout town, and it will be faster, and there will be more of it. And the importance of this is that, people who are working from home, businesses, they won't just have the options that they have now. We'll provide another option for people. Now, people will still have to pay for it, but it will be a much better, it'll allow for a better quality of service. The issue is that this needs to go in the ground. And we'll trench it. So we'll try to be as least invasive as possible, but it will still affect people's lives. And that means the bike path will be closed in town. I almost want to point out this is where it will be closed. Now, we did have a great discussion during council last meeting about trying to make the core of town a priority. We're going to shut down for a couple weeks around 4th of July. We will create detours for the bike path so that people will have a safe way to still bike around town. We don't want people to stop biking around town. That's really critical for our transportation plan and cutting down on congestion.
Right.
So folks will feel it. You'll know what's going on, but hopefully at the end of the day, people will have a better service when it comes to internet and Wi-Fi and cable and all those things. And so we're really excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a very progressive kind of 50-year project. Everything we've heard from the people is that, once it goes in the ground, we don't really lose speed, which I think is such a strange concept for us here in the mountains.
It is.
In terms of our, reliability. And, we did select a internet service provider, Allo Communications, and they were at council. They shared a little bit about themselves there, right?
They were, yes.
And I think that, what we really think people might ask the town is, what would you say to someone who maybe asks, well, why is the town getting involved in this? Shouldn't we just leave it up to the big companies like Verizon and Comcast and CenturyLink? Why would we make this investment?
Well, our understanding is that we're just such a small market that people aren't really lining up to do this. And, this is backbone infrastructure, and so it's something that the town needs to do in order to be able to provide this service. That it's really not going to come here any other way.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I feel like one of our top priorities on council is making sure that we have a safe community. And I think everybody knows or can feel when it's busy in town that cell service doesn't work as well. And hopefully with an infrastructure like this, people will be using Wi-Fi more, which will get people off of, using their cellular data for streaming videos, sending videos, whatever they do on there. But that it will free up our phone lines. And so that's a safety issue.
Yeah, safety issue. Also kind of we've been talking about these smart city applications, smart trash cans, smart everything, utilities, even driverless cars, which sound really strange and far out there and scary. They need this kind of infrastructure, and so I think, people, like you said, people will feel it, but it'll be something that they can kind of hopefully take pride in, of being the first, really, I think, resort community to make this leap.
Yeah. And that was the great thing about Allo too, is that they've worked with other communities of all different sizes, and they have a great resume for communities like this and even larger. And so we really felt like we were in good hands with them.
Yeah, it'll definitely be something that people look forward to. I'm sure there have been a few people who have already asked, when can I get on it? And we're like, we're working on it.
Good.